दोस्तों इस क्लास में आपको डिक्टेशन दूंगा मैं 100 WPM पर 600 वर्ड्स की डिक्टेशन है, आपको डिक्टेशन में प्रोवाइड कर रहा हूं। बी रेडी फॉर इट। The victim in the present case was a girl of 2.5 years of age, and the first information report was lodged by her father. As stated in the FIR, the victim was taken to Dr. Muhammad Jafar for medical attention, but she was already dead and there were marks of bites on her body. After registration of crime, the inquest was conducted, which recorded black and bluish colored marks are visible on both the cheeks and an injury is visible on the left cheek. Similarly, both the lips are bitten. An injury is visible on the chin as well. It also recorded that there were bite marks on the chest and stomach of the victim apart from signs of forcible sexual assault. Soon after the registration of crime, the police station in charge caused arrest of the appellant and conducted spot Panchanama. At the spot, full pant of the victim, pieces of flesh of an adult male were found. Dr. Muhammad Jafar stated that when the victim was brought before him, she was already dead and had found wounds and bites on her body. The other doctor deposed about medical examination of the appellant. A grocery shop owner was examined. He stated that on 11/2/2013, the accused had come to his shop and had purchased Parle biscuits, but he could not remember who was with the accused at that time. The witness was therefore declared hostile. In the examination of the appellant under section 313 of the code, when the evidence was put to him, the appellant stated that the evidence was false. Similar was his response when the evidence that the blood of the victim was found on his full pant was put to him. The trial court thus, by its order passed on the same day, awarded death sentence to the appellant on 2 counts. The death sentence was subject to confirmation by the High Court. The matter concerning confirmation of death sentence and the substantive appeal by the appellant against his conviction were dealt with together, and by its judgment and order presently under appeal, the conviction and sentence passed by the trial court were affirmed by the High Court. The Criminal Law Amendment Act 2013 received the assent of the President. In the instant case, the offence was committed when the provisions of the ordinance were in force. However, the Amendment Act having been given retrospective, the question arises whether imposition of life sentence for the offence under section 376(2) could mean imprisonment for the remainder of that person's natural life. In the present case, since the victim was about 2.5 years of age at the time of incident, and since it was the ordinance which was holding the field, going by the provisions of the ordinance, many clauses would get attracted. This provision comes with retrospective effect, and in a situation where such prescription was not available, on the statute when the offence was committed, the question arises whether such ex post facto prescription would be consistent with the provisions of Article 20 of the Constitution. An imposition of life sentence simpliciter does not put any restraints on the power of the executive to grant remission and commutation in exercise of its statutory power, subject of course to section 433A of the Code. But a statutory prescription that it shall mean the remainder of that person's life will certainly restrain the executive from exercising any such statutory power, and to that extent the concerned provision definitely prescribes a higher punishment ex post facto. The protection afforded by Article 21 of the Constitution would stand negated. दोस्तों इसी के साथ डिक्टेशन फिनिश होती है। उम्मीद है आप लोगों ने अच्छे से किया होगा। इसको कमेंट सेक्शन में ज़रूर बताइएगा कि कितनी मिस्टेक्स रही, उसको भूलिएगा मत। और बीच बीच में मैं अपने कुछ कवर सॉन्ग्स में अब अपलोड करना मैंने शुरू किया है, तो प्लीज़ आप उनको ज़रूर विज़िट कर उसको लिंक जो मैं प्रोवाइड करता हूँ उसको शेयर ज़रूर कीजिएगा। अपना प्यार बरसाइए, सपोर्ट दिखाइए। थैंक यू सो मच। आपसे मुलाकात करता हूँ मैं अगली क्लास में अगली ट्रांसक्रिप्शन के साथ। तब तक के लिए बाय बाय, टेक केयर।